She hurriedly packed her bag to leave before her husband returns. Her mind was made up. She knew this was her chance to that life she has dreamt of, and she won't allow anything or anyone to stop it. Now that her husband has found out about her affair with Dr. Lucas, she had no reason to keep enduring with her husband. But just as she finished packing and was about to leave, her husband came back and tried to stop her. He collected her bags and forcefully took them back inside the house. Ruby was not ready to allow her husband stop her plan, so she had to lie to him that the pregnancy doesn't belong to him and that it belongs to Dr. Lucas. On hearing this, Abuchi flared up in anger, but he later calmed down and decided to forgive and accept the child. But what Abuchi doesn't know is that Ruby doesn't need his forgiveness. Instantly, she stood up, packed her bags and left. This time around, Abuchi didn't bother to stop her anymore. Ruby was happy. Her dream life was about to start. She walked into Dr. Lucas' hospital with a big smile on her face and with all confidence that Dr. Lucas would be surprised but glad to see her. She went into his office only to get the greatest and unexpected shock of her life. Dr. Lucas' Canadian wife, who went on a vacation, has just returned and was having a cozy time with her husband at the moment in his office. Dr. Lucas denied knowing her in the presence of his wife. He stylishly walked her out of his office, and when they got outside, he threatened and warned her never to ever show up in his life again, else she would deal seriously with her. Staff of the hospital and people around could not help but notice her because she could no longer hold herself from bursting into tears. Many looked at her with pity while others mocked and laughed at her as she cried and walked out. What was she going to do now? She can't go back to Abuchi. Hell no, he will never accept her back. She can't go back to the market because the traders and other market women will shame and laugh at her. She had nowhere to go and had to sleep and spend the night under a tree. She reflected on her actions and realized how much of a fool she has been. She was very tired and hungry, had no money on her. She concluded that the only way out was to go back to the market and continue selling her oranges. Despite the mockery she received from her fellow traders, she turned a deaf ear and a blind eye to them. It was very difficult for Ruby to persevere through all the critics. She even lost lots of her customers. She hardly made sales, hence could not make enough money to feed or take care of herself, let alone provide a good shelter. She couldn't find the courage to go back to her husband and ask for his forgiveness. She had to endure the suffering, acknowledging that she actually deserves it. Meanwhile, Abuchi didn't let the betrayal of his wife get to him. He was still hardworking and trying to make ends meet, even though deep down he still misses his wife. Ruby continued to sleep from one shade to another. Sometimes when it's dark and everyone in the market has returned to their homes, Ruby will remain in the market and spend the night there. One fateful night, she went into labor. She was so scared that she was going to lose her life or that of the baby. She didn't even know what to do. She could not afford a hospital. She shouted for help, but it seems no one heard. The pain was too much. She thought she wasn't going to make it out alive. But fortunately, she was able to deliver her baby by herself, and mother and baby was fine. It was a mixed feeling for her. She was supposed to be happy, but how can she be happy when she don't know how she will be able to take care of the child? Just after a week, the little savings she had was already exhausted. She knew she had to go back to work, else she and her baby would starve. Her baby was just a week old when she went back to selling oranges. Some market women felt pity on her and assisted her with baby clothes and food. Some even went as far as pleading with her husband, Abuchi, to forgive her because of the baby. Every day she cried and prayed that one day her husband would take pity on her and accept her back. Life was becoming a hell for her. She now realizes how much of a good husband Abuchi has been. She almost lost hope when one day Abuchi came to her. She least expected it. She immediately apologized and promised never to betray him again. He forgave her, probably because of his baby. Just one glimpse of his baby face, he could tell that the child was his and that Ruby had lied. He wouldn't want his child to suffer. He took them home and took very good care of her and the baby, even though he couldn't get himself to trust Ruby again, but he had to take her back for the sake of the baby. They became happy again, though they couldn't get to be as they used to be, but the joy the baby brought was evident and helped brought a bit of stability to their marriage again. Just as things began to go back to normal again, guess who came bearing gifts and excuses? Dr. Lucas. He came to her again one fateful afternoon, bearing gifts for the baby and tried to apologize and give her reasons for his actions. One would think Ruby would chase him away. Well, she actually did, but that was just for a few times. When he kept on coming back, bringing more gifts, she actually accepted his apology. Oh, Ruby, when will you learn? She believed the story he told her. Dr. Lucas has told her that he had to behave the way he did because he wanted his wife to gift him a multimillionaire hospital in Canada. He told her that he had to collect the hospital first before filing for a divorce, and that now he had already divorced his wife and he has come to take her away so they can get married and start living together. Oh, Ruby, she believed him. She agreed to come with him. So one day she packed her bags on her way to the market, not informing anyone of her plans. Dr. Lucas came by that day again. Ruby, not minding what anyone thinks or not even considering any consequences, carried her bag and her baby and went away with him. She felt that God has finally given her a second chance to that beautiful life she had prayed for. But what she doesn't know was that Dr. Lucas had a much more interesting plan for her this time. Thank you for watching. Watch out for part 3.